welcome to the Reps Call. Today, here is already Friday, but I believe most of you it's still Thursday. So happy Halloween! And today we have a very special guest with us, which is Lucy, and she will be talking about the Firefox account. So please, if you have any questions, just add your questions in the Etherpad directly, or you can also post your question in the Telegram group. Before we go into the main topic, I would say hi for everyone who is joining us today. So I see Harshil, Jason, Manzar, Matthew, of course, thank you, Matthew, Shahbaz, Robbie, Fishal, and Yamama. So hello, everyone. And also, of course, we have also Lucy here. And don't forget to add your name in the Etherpad if you haven't. And I would love to also for you to mention your RAPS mentor, or maybe say hi to your RAPS mentor, or if it's been a while since you communicate with them. So yeah, I think we have several shout outs already here, so I'm going to verbalize it. So the first one is for everyone who's helping at MOSFET. It was last week, I believe, and I think I've seen like so much fun picture. So I think it's been a wonderful event. I'm sad that I missed the last MOSFET in London, but I hope next year will be more festive. And then next one, we have Manzar, Mahtab, Amir, Faisal, Tanzil, and Musab for taking the Mozilla L10 and Urdu community forward and joining the last team meeting. There's also a meeting notes there, so you can check it out. I believe it's from Shahbaz. So thank you so much for posting the shout out, Shahbaz. And without further ado, since we don't have any more shout outs, I'm going to give the room for Lucy. So Lucy, the room is yours.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. So yesterday we sent out an email to 40,000 people who are connected to Mozilla and Mozilla's communities, sharing a blog post about how Firefox accounts support Mozilla's mission. So Firefox accounts are something you've probably been hearing more and more about, especially from like press releases and marketing, telling everyone you should have a Firefox account, get a Firefox account, and some of the new features like Lockwise or Monitor, it's better if you have a Firefox account. But what we realized is that we had not told the story about how Firefox accounts supports Mozilla's mission and why it's such a critical strategy that we're already hearing so much about and that we're going to be hearing about more. So the goal was to send out a message that really explained for our most invested contributors how this ties to the mission, so that you as advocates in your community both have the language and the understanding to start talking about Firefox accounts, and that any questions or concerns that you have get to be addressed. So in case you didn't have a chance to read the blog post, I'll summarize it briefly. And then I have a bunch of questions. I'll open the floor if anyone has questions. But then I had the questions: did this blog post help you understand why this is an important strategy? Do you still have outstanding questions? How do you think your communities are feeling about accounts? Do they know about it? Do they care? As reps, are there ways that you could help others understand accounts and make sure that every contributor has a Firefox account? And then my last question is, are there things you need, like slide decks or posters or materials that would help you be better advocates for the strategy? So keep those in your mind. If you're really interested in this and you want to dive in, I highly recommend watching Mitchell Baker's presentation at the 2018 All Hands. It's about half an hour long, and it tells the story in depth, but about how Firefox and Mozilla have constantly been transforming throughout our lifespan to try and be advocates for individuals and support people as they're on the web to make sure that they're safe and empowered. And that we've had kind of controversial times where we changed our strategy. Taking the search deal with Google was one of those big moments. Even just putting the search bar front and center on the website in 1998 was a huge decision. And now, as we're continuously evolving, really wanting to put people at the center of our relationship And as we look out and see how complicated the web is and how people are on different devices, everyone's not on a desktop. People are on their phones. People have IoT devices. How do we still be people's advocates and keep people safe and protected and empowered online? So the first thing about accounts is that it's solidifying our relationship. It's saying our relationship with you, we want to go beyond the browser. We want it to be in different devices. And so saying, I want to have a relationship with Firefox. I want to be part of the Firefox community by creating that account, I think is one way. It solidifies that. It means that we can also offer the same protection on different devices. And as we hopefully create new products and services, you're guaranteed that same level of protection and same relationship wherever you go. The second part is a revenue conversation. As we've said before, we're looking to be less reliant on our commercial search partnership, which in most of the parts of the world is with Google. So we want to have a more direct relationship with people who use and care about our products so that we can start offering them services that have a paid component so that people can financially support us directly, which means we're less dependent on what Google does or major kind of search partnerships. So even though that's still very early, but you've seen in the article that's linked about Test Pilot, it also introduces Firefox Private Network, where we're hoping to roll out some paid services. And so people can say, you know, I like Firefox, I support it for this bonus feature. We will never make any of the fundamental parts of the browser paid. I would be willing to pay a little bit of money. So it means that that relationship can also go into sustaining us directly. So those are the two big parts, our ability to protect and have people and be their advocates everywhere they go as the web becomes more complex, and the ability to have a more direct people are supporting us relationship through paid services are the reason Firefox accounts are so important. So I will pause there for a second and just see if there are questions. I would love to hear if people want to type in the Etherpad. Do people feel like that makes sense? They understand that strategy? And are there still questions that are niggling at your mind, that things you don't understand that you want to talk about?
Anyone? Any question for Lucy?
Cool. Then I guess the second set of questions I have is, do you feel set to, or in a place where you can have those conversations with your communities about, hey, do you have a Firefox account? You should make sure you have one. If yes, just rating either yes in the Etherpad would be great. If not, I'd love to understand kind of what else we could provide, what else you need to feel like you could do that.
I think I'm going to start, Lucy. For me, what is missing from this blog post or from this narrative is that it's more focused on volunteers and or for community. But when we ask community to communicate with the real user, we have to use a different language, right? Like, for example, the user probably not care about the mission or probably not care about supporting Mozilla, supporting Mozilla's revenue. So I think we also need to provide the community with insight on how the Firefox account can help people, I don't know, have the most of Firefox or Mozilla's product. For example, they can get, notification if their account somewhere has been, breached or something. So I think those kind of message is missing from this narrative.
That's great. And some of that is available on the accounts page or on the site. What specific format do you want that information in? Is it a link to a blog post, or is it a slide deck or a kind of list of talking points? Sorry, I'm pushing you on this, but I'm super curious what kind of specifically that might look like?
I would say that because our community has its own social media account, so probably a format that is easily shareable, like short video or pictures, social media pictures could, I don't know, like could be easily shared from the community's channel. I don't know if that
Social
resonates
content,
with
short
everyone
videos,
here.
pictures.
Yeah.
What does everyone else think? Do you agree? Short videos? Does anyone else want anything? Dex?
Yeah, I agree on Kiki's point. Probably an infographic would do.
Infographic, great idea.
I also want to add something.
I also want to say something. It's like, is Firefox, this account is going to replace the other login process, such as like what we have right now through Auth0s? Is it going to replace that also, or this is would be integration of Firefox account with the Auth0s, what we have been using?
Great question. So Auth0 already accepts Firefox accounts, so you can log in to Auth0 using your Firefox account. So that's already integrated. Will it replace like Mozillian's accounts? No, because Firefox accounts are very user-facing. As a volunteer, you'll have like a Mozilla account. So you would have both as a volunteer, a Mozilla account and a Firefox account, but when you're using Auth0 to log into sites, you can use your Firefox account. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Also, I'll write some other questions later on. Is that good? Because I'm traveling right now, so I cannot write it on the Etherpad. Okay.
Yes, yeah, please write them later. I'll Kiki just like ping me if there's more that comes in the Etherpad. But yes, if something occurs to you later, please share it. I heard someone else start to talk.
I want to say that we as community, if we promote the service that like Lookwise and Firefox Tend, if we promote this service, so people can create a Firefox account to make their life easier. Like using Lookwise, for example, is very easy, and people sometimes, and even Firefox Tend, and people don't know about these services. So if these services are, I don't know if they are only connected by Firefox account, I think, no? You should have a Firefox account in order to use the Lookwise.
Correct. Yeah.
Right.
So promoting these services and let people know about them, they will get benefit from this services, and then they will create an account.
So building on that and combining it with something Kiki said, maybe having some social media shareable stuff that focuses on the services, so that like, or an infographic either that tells you about Lockwise and then says get an account so you can use Lockwise and monitor and tells you like that might be helpful as well. Great, that's a great point, starting with the services and then having the account secondary. Any other ideas, things you want? Do you think having this understanding, this kind of additional information and the context from Mitchell makes you feel more excited or interested in sharing this? Like it's not just part of a product, it's tied to the mission. Did that make it clearer?
I think so. For me, at least, yeah. I mean, like from my contributor point of view, I think it's also important to understand why we have this product in the first place.
Yeah, understanding the why.
Yeah.
That's great.
Also, I see somebody's typing in the Etherpad.
I think that when there will be more services and you will reveal the next step, it would be more clear. So the relationship between Firefox and the user, for me, it is not so clear how the account will build the relationship with the user. Instead, there would be something like, I don't know, maybe emails from Mozilla, opportunities from Mozilla, contribution. The account should add something to the user in order to build this relationship. The service is one of them.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, now when you have a Firefox account, you can tick a box that says, I want to do beta testing. And it means you'll get new products earlier. You can sign up to all the different mailing lists as well as getting access to the products. But I think we can make that maybe even more clear. And it looks like someone wrote in here, as a lot of people I know only create account if it gives them direct benefit. Right now, sync is the primary reason. The more services we have where an account gives a benefit, the more likely people will create accounts. Absolutely. And sync, Lockwise, Monitor, and Send are the big ones we have right now, but I think people don't really know about them. They don't know Send is super convenient, Firefox Send, but I just started using it a few weeks ago. So maybe having more content that makes it clear what those benefits are.
You know what? Some blog, for example, Mozilla Hacks and Mozilla MDN, they could be connected by Firefox account too.
Yeah. Awesome. I put that down as well.
All these are services. The MDN is so essential for many developers.
Yeah, absolutely. It didn't occur to me that I don't know if how that team is thinking about accounts. The support site now requires a Firefox account.
It could be like if you have the service is like for Mozilla Hacks and for MDN, we can like if you have a Firefox account, we just sent you the recent post, the most recent post or something like this. Give a privilege for people who have the account. Something small could be.
Yeah, clear, like make it clear what the privileges are if you have an account.
Okay, I don't want to cut, but I'm conscious of time, and we still have Robbie here to talk about MozFest, and there's just 7 minutes left. So I'm not sure if anybody have any other questions for Lucy?
Someone added one, but I can just type my response.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sure. So I think let's move on to the next one, which is about MozFest. I think most people are so excited for MozFest. So right now we have Robbie Silas, who is going to talk about his previous MozFest experience. So Robbie, are you with us? Robbie, are you still with us?
Yeah, sorry, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I had the mic mute. So hello, hey Lucy, nice to see you again. So I'm home back here in the States, recovering for the MozFest 10th anniversary. I personally think it was an amazing experience. It was the 10th year that Mozilla Festival hosted. Mozilla Foundation hosts MozFest. Unfortunately, it was the last year in London, so it was a lot of sad faces as we departed London, but we're looking forward to many more years. Right now, we don't really know where MozFest will be in 2020, but I will say just continue to monitor Mozilla Foundation, Mozilla Festival website, and we will definitely be excited to start a new adventure, whatever the festival will take us. So, as you know, I was a volunteer coordinator So of course, my main role was coordinating volunteers throughout the weekend. So I landed in London on Wednesday morning. I met with other production team members and, of course, other coordinators to start looking at the operation plan that we've been kind of discussing over the last 6 months. As you know, as coordinators, we start planning in the spring of the year, and we kind of like look at applicants who really want to participate, and we start developing the volunteer program. As you all know, that the logistic could be kind of like really chaotic, but a lot of people really don't know behind the scenes what we do at MozFest. So this year was just amazing. So many great, innovative stuff that they worked on, from the youth zone all the way up to the art displays. And I think, just each year, just really just amazed me how strangers come under one roof and they just start discussing and talking about technology and future ways to enhance technology. So it's just, to me, it's just really amazing. So I always look forward to MozFest each year. I've been doing it. This was my 7th MozFest. So by the time I get home, my body aches, my feet hurts, my head hurts. It's just like the whole thing. But I would do it all over again. I really love it. There was a few Mozilla reps there. So we met up, we had a little meeting. So we talked about some stuff that was going in the reps program. And then we also talked about the Firefox accounts and that Lucy was been talking about as well. So we're looking forward to that and helping Lucy out as whatever we can to move that project forward. Thank you for inviting me to talk today about Mozilla Festival. It was an amazing experience. I look forward to it next year. And I think that we may be looking for reps to kind of help out next year. It's because we are moving to a new city. So certainly we would probably need all hands on deck and whoever can help us. So we'd be really grateful. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Robbie. So yeah, I was also looking forward for next MozFest. Probably I could join you all. I'm so jealous I missed this year MozFest. So okay, we still have 2 minutes left, and I will read the non-verbal updates that we have here. So I think this one is from Lucy. If you missed the community portal demo call, you can check out the whole portal in the link that Lucy has pasted in the Etherpad. I haven't checked that, so I'm going to check that after this. And also we have Daniela here, who is promoting his book, I guess, about contribute to open source the right way. So if you want to check out Daniela's book, I read the initial version, and I think it's really great. So if you want to read it, there's a link in the Etherpad that you can check out. Next one is a reminder to update your Firefox to Firefox 17. We just released Firefox 70 last week, I guess, of 2022. So yeah, please update your Firefox. And then the last one, there is an update about Mozilla LTAN and Urdu team meeting notes, which is the same thing from Shafet. And I believe that Lucy is typing about Firefox account. Get one. So yeah, if you haven't registered or if you haven't have a Firefox account, please register yourself. It's very easy. I think it's just a few clicks away. So yeah, don't forget to do it. Use Firefox account. So yeah, our time is up right now. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in today. So we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for having me.